All right, so today we're going to dive into the tangled web of a brand new thriller from author Charlie Donlea. And trust me, this is a story that kicks off with a ghost from the past and a question that has haunted everyone for years.
So, picture this. What happens when a governor's daughter, the most protected person in the state, just disappears? No ransom note, no witnesses, absolutely zero leads. That's the question at the heart of this whole thing.
And we're not talking about a recent disappearance. This case isn't just cold, it's deep frozen. Callie Jones vanished way back in the summer of 2015. Now, it's 10 years later. The trail has gone completely cold. It's basically a ghost story, a file buried so deep no one expects it to ever see the light of day again.
But here's the thing. There is one guy who might actually be able to crack this thing wide open. The only problem? He wants absolutely nothing to do with it. He's done everything he can to forget that world even exists.
So let's talk about this guy, Dr. Ethan Hall. You gotta understand, he's basically two different people. In his past life, he was the star agent for the Division of Criminal Investigation. I mean, a perfect 100% solve rate. Unheard of. But the Callie Jones case, that's the one that broke him. Today, he's an ER doctor. He literally traded his badge for scrubs, trying desperately to outrun the ghosts of his old job. You know, seeing the worst of humanity day in and day out, it takes a toll. And for Ethan, it was a total burnout. The book puts it perfectly. He fell so far from grace, he'd lost faith in the human race. He just had to walk away before that darkness completely swallowed him whole. But here's the kicker. Running from his past, that's not even his biggest fight anymore. Ethan has just been diagnosed with ALS, a devastating, progressive disease with no cure. So now, this brilliant former detective isn't just wrestling with his demons, he's in a literal race against time for his own life. And of course, right when he's at his absolute most vulnerable, that's when the past comes knocking. And it's got an offer that's, well, it's too good to refuse, but it might just be too dangerous to accept. So who's making the offer? None other than Governor Mark Jones, Callie's father. He never, ever gave up hope. And he knows there's only one person who ever got close to finding his daughter, Ethan Hall. So he tracks him down, ready to make a deal. And what the governor puts on the table? Wow, it is the ultimate devil's bargain. He offers Ethan a lifeline, access to any experimental ALS treatment in the world. And on top of that, his entire medical school debt gets wiped clean. The price for this chance to live? Ethan has to go back, confront the one case that destroyed him, and find Callie Jones. So I gotta ask you, what would you do? I mean, really think about it. You're facing a death sentence. Do you take the deal and return to the life that nearly killed you, all for a slim chance to live? Or do you accept your fate and try to find some peace? For Ethan, it's an impossible choice. Okay, but Ethan isn't the only one paying attention. The news that the Callie Jones case is back on, that sends shockwaves out, and someone else is listening. Very, very closely. Deep inside a maximum security prison, an inmate named Francis Bernard hears the news. And for him, this isn't just some story on TV. Oh no, this is the starting pistol he's been waiting years to hear. He immediately gets to work, asking a contact inside the prison, do we have a deal? And just like that, a dark, intricate plan is set in motion. See, Francis Bernard might be behind bars, but his influence stretches far beyond those prison walls. And a huge part of that plan involves a key player on the outside, a woman named Eugenia. The second she gets the message from Francis, she begins this bizarre and total transformation. I mean, she literally starts erasing herself, piece by piece. The blonde hair goes jet black. Blue eyes are covered with caramel-colored contacts. She is methodically shedding her own identity to become a tool for Francis's endgame. The question is, who is she becoming, and why? So you see what's happening, right? All the pieces are on the board, and they are all moving. We've got the haunted detective, the manipulative prisoner, and this chameleon of a woman, all on a collision course. And right in the center of it all is the ghost of Callie Jones. Except, here's the twist of all twists. She's not a ghost. Not at all.
Because somewhere, locked away, a young woman watches that same news report about her own cold case. She sees her father, the governor, on the screen. And for the first time in a decade, a tiny flicker of hope ignites. Callie Jones is alive.
Okay, so the board is set. We have the dying detective who's hunting for a second chance at life. We have the powerful governor who will do anything to get his daughter back. We have the manipulative killer pulling strings from his cell. And we have the mysterious Eugenia on a deadly mission we don't yet understand.
They're all connected by this one missing girl. But as their paths spiral closer and closer together, the lines begin to blur. In this deadly game, it becomes impossible to tell who is the predator and who is the prey.